Welcome to beautiful and sunny Slovenia. Welcome to the launch of Suzuki's GSX-8T and TT. So this is the T model, this is the naked version, this is 9599 in the UK. The TT with a bikini fairing and a little nose fairing, that is just under £10,000, and to me, the slightly more attractive bike. Essentially, it's a GSX-8S, which we've tested multiple times before, with the same parallel twin, dressed in retro clothing to give old timers like me a bit of a trip down memory lane. It's that simple. So the KYB suspension, non-adjustable, same as the S. Preload on the rear, same shock as the S. Wheels are the same as the S. Tyres from Dunlop, same as the S. Nissan brakes, same. Rider heads, same. Dash, same. 3 rider modes, no IMU, just basic traction control and basic ABS that you cannot switch off. Exactly the same as the S. So before even arriving here in beautiful Slovenia, I was like, okay, I know what the S is like. I've ridden it multiple times before. It's going to be exactly the same with the same bodywork, same handlebars, but just dressed a little bit differently. And it should be in many ways that, but it is a little bit different. So the tank's gone up in capacity. So that's 16.5 litres. The battery is completely different. It's 3 kilograms on the S and just under 1 kilogram on this T and the TT model. The feeling is a little bit different because we've got the bar end mirrors rather than the mirrors here. So it feels a little bit more open. It's the first time, according to Suzuki, that they've fitted bar end mirrors, and it's a while since they fitted a round headlight. I think the last bike to have that might have been an SV650, but it's not perfectly round. It's a little bit flat on the bottom, reminiscent of those early 70s bikes. It's a lot down to the styling. There's different seat between the T and the TT, and the TT gets the belly pan and it gets the nose cowl, and for me, it's the more attractive bike. I've had a really long ride here in Slovenia, nearly 300 kilometers on absolutely awesome roads in perfect conditions. So it's really highlighted how good this bike is because the conditions are perfect. I've ridden the S before, but when I rode it, it was in the south of France. It was a little bit cool. I've ridden it in the UK. Conditions haven't been perfect, and I've enjoyed the bike. It's got a strong, powerful engine, but not so much the tires. But these tires work really well, even though they're exactly the same tyres. So I'm putting that down to the temperature, the roads and the grip. The suspension works really well. It's not sporty and it's not soft. It's kind of like more towards soft and sport, but you can still have fun. It's still enjoyable to ride, but it's not pin sharp, dive to an apex, yeehaw, let's go crazy. It's more of a roll towards the apex in a predictable, stable, controlled manner. Every now and then, the pegs just tickle the road just to give you the inclination that you're getting towards the limits, and the shock and the forks are just on the limit when you just start to tickle the pegs. Some bikes in this class, I think you could fit grippier tyres to and take to a track, and you wouldn't have any issues. With a Suzuki, if you fitted grippier tyres and you went to a track, I think you'd get to the limitations of the suspension quite easy. But I don't think people are buying this T and the TT for that. I think they're using it as a jacket and jeans bike. They're using it as a user-friendly, everyday bike with a punchy engine. And that's what it is. The parallel twin has got loads of torque, loads of low-down drive. The fueling is excellent, especially in the B mode. It's not over-revvy. You don't have to chase the revs. In fact, you don't really need a rev counter. Just jump on that little smooth quick shifter from time to time, short shift, and enjoy the torque. And the handling pretty much matches that engine. It's soft, it's easy going, it's stable, it's easy, it's forgiving, and it gives quite a lot of information. It feels like you're in control of the bike, and the whole bike of it with a bigger fuel tank feels mechanical, it feels solid, it doesn't feel like too plasticky or too toy-like. It feels like a bike that you could fit some accessories to and have a bit of fun with and have a bit of play with. So it's a big tick in many ways for both the T and the TT. But in the UK, there's a little thing called price. Now, we don't often delve into price too much, but it's interesting with the £10,000 TT and the £9,500 T, because they're based on the S, which at the moment in the UK is £7,500. That is a lot of money saved to buy the S over the T or the TT, when they're essentially the same bike with bigger fuel tank and different battery and cosmetics. And I think that gap's just a little bit too big. If I had the choice between riding the S, the R and the T and the TT, I would choose the retro bikes straight away. I think they're more desirable, I think they're more attractive. If I turn up at a bike meet at Sherburn, which is my local one near York, everybody's going to look at the TT, not many people are going to look at the S. So it's more desirable, it's more attractive, so yeah, okay, I'm willing to pay more, but is the difference between 7,500 and 10,000 too much? Bear in mind that the R is only 8.2, which is even cheaper than both models again. That's going to be the interesting point, that's going to be the discussion point, and only time will tell. Will people be flocking to dealerships and just paying on PCP, which will be £3 or £5 more a month? Or will people be a little bit hesitant, wait for the price to drop a little bit? Or will it be chasing people who currently have the S and the R who want to upgrade and don't mind paying that extra buck? Time will only tell. But if you want to know any more technical questions about actual seat height and if accessories from the S and the R can fit this bike, which incidentally they should and they will. For example, if you go for the Akrapovic exhaust, it fits the S, it fits the R, it fits the T, and it fits the TT, because they're all exactly the same engine and exhaust layout, then please fire some technical questions below. Hope you enjoyed our short clip on the T and the TT. Personally, it's the TT for me, but that's maybe just because I'm old and I remember that retro styling. Thanks for watching, click the subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.